Good evening. Today is December 9th, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topic is Chinese COVID-19 vaccine. First, as the countries around the world are striving for the COVID-19 vaccines, so does Taiwan. However, the Chinese COVID-19 vaccine has caused controversial issues in Taiwan. One of the controversies is whether the Taiwan government should import Chinese vaccines or not. Many KMT members think that Taiwan should not reject the import of Chinese vaccines just because it opposes China. However, I think this is a very ridiculous statement. Because in accordance with the law of the Republic of China, Taiwan cannot import vaccines or serums that are manufactured in China since 2006. Isn't it ridiculous to discuss whether or not Chinese vaccines should be imported to Taiwan, unless you amend the law? Furthermore, the son of the former Taiwan Vice President Lien Zhan, Lian Shengwen, posted an article on Facebook saying that Taiwan should pay attention to the achievement of Chinese vaccines. It triggered a huge rebound in Taiwanese society. Why? Here are some points. A. Lien Shengwen once represented KMT to run for the Taipei mayoral election in 2014. You can see that this is Lian, and he posted on Facebook and claimed that China will manufacture 600 million doses of vaccines, and Taiwan should not ignore the development of Chinese vaccines just because Taiwan is against China. Well, this post aroused a kind of anger for Taiwanese netizens. They asked Lien Shengwen to go to China and vaccinate the Chinese vaccine. Well, Lien Shengwen immediately denied it, and he said that he had never endorsed China's vaccines, and he will file a lawsuit against the false reports. B. The relationship between Lien Shengwen and Golden Meditech Holdings Limited, Jinwei Yiliao Jituan, has also become the focus. Lien once invested in a Hong Kong fund company, Evenstar, and Evenstar owned nearly 7% of the shares from Golden Meditech. Also, the son of then Chinese Prime Minister Wen Jiabao also owned 15% of the shares of Golden Meditech. In 2011, we know that Golden Meditech even came to Taiwan to issue TDR. Well, this investment is considered as a cooperation between the second generation of bigwigs from both sides of the strait. We know that Lien, he is the son of the former Taiwan Vice President, and Wen Yunsong is the son of then Chinese Prime Minister. Well, this is Wen Yunsong. Well, I think the Golden Meditech case has become a way to attack Lien Shengwen. This issue was raised during the 2014 Taipei mayoral elections, and now it's raised again in 2020 because of the topic of Chinese vaccines. C. 47 Chinese workers who were vaccinated with Chinese vaccines were tested positive in Uganda. Are Chinese vaccines really safe? Well, obviously, it doesn't look like it. Going back to what I said earlier, according to Taiwan's law, vaccines and serums made in China cannot be imported into Taiwan. Before the law is amended, any discussion regarding the Chinese vaccines will only lead to controversies and cause backfired. It is not worth it. Here are the top stories. Today we have two confirmed cases. They are both imported cases. One is from Indonesia. The other one is from Burma. Well, first I want to talk about President Tsai's receive another award. President Tsai ranked number 37 on the list of Forbes, the world's 100 most powerful women. Well, if you only count the female presidents or prime ministers in these awards, President Tsai ranked the third because we know that number one is Angela Merkel from Germany, and Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, ranked 32nd, and President Tsai ranked 37th. And the reason for her getting the awards are, first, we know that she has broken protocol by making overtures to the United States, creating tensions with mainland China. Second, Tsai's leadership through COVID is seen as a global model. Third, she has vowed to make Taiwan an indispensable member of the world by stimulating the economy with initiatives in biotech, defense, and green energy. Also, President Tsai delivered a speech at the 2020 NDI Celebration of Democracy Gala at 5 a.m. today. President Tsai said that our democracy does not exist in a vacuum. Well, it has been my commitment over the years for Taiwan to be at the shining beacon of light in Asia, a country where our freedoms and democracy serve as inspiration for others. As to the U.S.-Taiwan relations, U.S. House of Representatives passed its defense bill showing their support to Taiwan, while the National Defense Authorization Act includes continued arms sales to Taiwan and establishes the Pacific Deterrence Initiative to enhance Americans' defense posture, increase capability, and readiness in the Indo-Pacific regions. Additionally, the U.S. think tank CSIS released the latest series of bipartisan Armitage 9 report, and it said that this growing Chinese pressure calls for increased coordinations between the U.S. and Japan on their respective political and economic engagement with Taiwan. On the other hand, a flashover occurred at an arsenal of the Taiwan Amendments Bureau today. The 205th Arsenal had a flashover at 9:30 a.m. today, and it is responsible for helping the extension project 延寿计划 for a Tiangong second missile for National Zhongshan Institute of Science and Technology. 3 people were injured, about 40% to 60% of their bodies were burned. Well, because we know that Tiangong second missile are the indigenous weapon to the counter China, so this kind of incident really caused the great attention. We can see over here the director of the 205th Arsenal, Lin Zhenxiong, said that the 3 injured staffs are very experienced, and the Ministry of National Defense has conducted the investigation now. According to the Wall Street, we know that the Pompeo warned business over Hong Kong as U.S.-China tensions rise. We know that Pompeo said that this is no longer anything but another Chinese communist-run city. The world, the business community should treat it as such. However, we know that we're talking about that. On the other hand, in response, the chief executive of Hong Kong, Carrie Lam, said that if you ask me, this is one of the best time to come to Hong Kong. However, Biden's national security advisor, Jake Sullivan, tweeted that I'm deeply concerned about the counting arrest of imprisonment of pro-democracy activists in Hong Kong. And he said that we stand united with our allies and partners against China's assault on Hong Kong's freedoms. Well, in the end, I want to share with you, that the former U.S. Assistant Secretary of State, Kurt Campbell, reiterates the importance of Taiwan. And he said that in the 2020 Taiwan-U.S.-Japan trilateral dialogue that 25 years ago, there were fewer Americans who understood the strategic importance of the Asia-Pacific region. But now, the era of not understanding the importance of Taiwan, it's over. So that's what he said. Well, that would be the view for today. And this is Catherine from Taipei. I hope you have a nice day. Well, in Taiwan, it's getting cold. Where are you right now? Remember to wear your mask and your coat. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.